This is a process or method used by all companies whoever are implementing an SAP project. Okay, now you start a new company. Okay, and you want your sales to be enabled using some ERP. Not necessary it's SAP. Okay, so first and foremost is your company's IT head, Tata Motors या Reliance का IT head. They are into manufacturing or industry. They are not into IT, but they want to implement IT to enhance their business. Now they will decide whether to go with SAP or Oracle or JD Edwards. There are many ERP tools in market. Not necessary that they have to use SAP. It's as good as you want to buy a new car. Not necessary always will go with Tata only. You have many choice, right? Hyundai, Maruti, Tata, काफी है, Mahindra. So even in market there are many ERP tools like SAP, Oracle, JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, Mule, काफी है ऐसे. So business needs to decide with which software or ERP they want to go. That's the first call. They have to decide. Only after they decide, if it's SAP, they'll come to one vendor. If it's Oracle, they'll ask one vendor. If it's JD Edwards, depending on who is the best in that vendor or service provider in that particular technology, they'll raise a bid. Okay. The first, assume that they decide to go with SAP. Now they have decided, and in market there's a portal, some portal they call. So all these businesses, they'll say flout a quotation, proposal that we are so and so company and we want to implement SAP in our company. So and so are our requirements, something like that. And then it will go to all the companies: Infosys, TCS, Wipro, Accenture, Capgemini, Deloitte, ESM. Now if anyone is interested, they'll go and do a preparation, they'll bid for it. Okay, we'll do it for 50 crore rupees, we'll do it for 100 crores, we'll do it for 120, something like that. And the best bidder will get the project. Simple. It's up to company again, Tata Motors, किसको देना है. वो होने के बाद, now directly, once assume that TCS got the contract, not got TCS, let's say Infosys. Infosys got the contract to implement SAP for Tata Motors. Okay, so directly जाके कोई sales org enterprise section नहीं बनाता. The first and foremost step is, there are 5 important steps that we need to follow. Every SAP project follows. The first one is called preparation. Okay, preparation step में होता क्या है? All the big heads, Tata Motors के IT heads and senior leadership. So Infosys, what it will do? Narayan Murthy, Salil Parekh, they won't work. They won't do all these project things. For SAP, there's a head. Each technology will have a head, and that head will allocate one senior manager, one manager, and some small team, leadership team, to this Tata Motors project. Now, they will work with the Tata Motors senior manager, and they will see, okay, this is your roadmap, this is what your requirement at broader level. Just a project preparation plan. Okay, you want this, so it will take 6 months. Let's go with 3 landscapes. First is development, then quality, then this, so many users. They'll draw a plan. It's all high level up. Nothing to do with us. We consultants are not involved in this preparation phase. Now this will take easily 2 to 3 months. After preparation, the second process is called as business blueprint. So here, each consultant from each module, एक SD का, एक MM, एक FI basis, senior log. One person will come here and they'll print 2 documents. First is called as is and to be. Okay, as is nothing but at present Tata Motors कैसे चल रहा है without SAP. How are they doing their sales? How are they getting their orders? How are they doing their pricing? They list everything. Present scenario. Then in to be document, कैसे होना चाहिए? How it should be is what they will prepare as is and to be. Okay, so if everything can be migrated from as is to be, good. Agar nahi, to we'll immediately raise a flag. Boss, this can't be done in SAP. This is a limitation. We can't do. They'll jot down all the as many as gaps. It's humanly impossible for anyone to straight away say ye ho sakta, ye ho sakta nahi. So it's all like evolving process. They'll try to slowly get into the system, try to know the business process, try to see if SAP can do it or not. All that part will be taken up in business blueprint. Business blueprint hone ke baad, we will send it to Tata Motors clients. They'll approve it. Yes, what you understood, what we told you is right. Please go ahead and proceed. Okay. Now, iske baad aata hai third, realization phase. ठीक है, तो realization phase में each consultant, each team, this is where your role will come up as an SD consultant. Okay, so there's SD lead who will tell you what needs to be done. So you guys with that SD lead will work with Tata Motors and you'll say, okay, ये यहाँ पे एंटरप्राइज स्ट्रक्चर हमें बनाना है, ठीक है, तो आपको कितने सेल्स स्टॉक चाहिए, कितने डिविजन्स चाहिए, कितने डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन चैनल चाहिए, हाउ मेनी अकाउंट ग्रुप्स यू नीड, how many order types you want, how many pricing procedures you need, what all the condition types you want us to create, delivery type, invoice type, what all you have learned so far, all the topics, credit management में कैसा करना है, free goods चाहिए क्या, आपको outputs चाहिए क्या, everything you'll talk to them and you will get the clarity requirement from business. You document it, everything. It won't be in air. There's a proper format. Each company will follow their own format. Okay. Here we'll jot down all the things. Again, you'll take approval from business. Yes, what all you told Amit Vishwa is right. Please go ahead and do the configuration. Only after that, you will get into the SPRO and will start doing the configuration. Till then, no one will be touching the system. Clear, team, following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Realization phase में you jot down everything. First paper pen पे note word document में लिख लेना है हमें. उनको बताना है कि this is what we are doing. Once they give go ahead, see, it's not that everything can be done. We don't know. It keeps on changing. So it's not as if once they give approval, done, that is the final one. They might not know. You might not know their business process. They won't be doing SAP in and out. So it's kind of an learning process for both of you, you and Tata Motors, both client. Okay. So this realization document, it keeps changing. Again, they'll say, Array, we thought this. No, don't do this. You do that way. Do this way. Then you need to come and say, okay, in SAP, this is what we can do. If you want this, you can do. You need to explore and tell them all the options possible, available with them. Then they'll see, okay, which one fits good for their business, that they'll do. And after that, you will start doing the SPRO configuration. Okay. Now this will take typically 6 to 12 months depending on the size of the project. Okay. 3 months वाले छोटे projects भी रहते हैं where you need standard SAP, 1 2 order types, 1 2 invoice types, 1 2 delivery types, give it, finish. That will take hardly 2-3 months. But if they have some customizations, if they want to modify some logic, then again there's ABAP team who will get involved and you need to tell them what needs to be changed, they'll change, everything will be then in realization phase. ये पूरा होने के बाद once the system is ready, fourth stage is final preparation. Okay, so in this usually we have 2 activities, cut over activities, testing. Okay, fifth को बाद में आऊंगा मैं. So you need to test the system, right, whether it's all good or not. Okay, so आप development client में करके you will move it to quality system. Quality system में you will tell boss, this is we have done. Now please you test one cycle if everything is expected, it's working or not. Okay. Then there are multiple types of testing. So you might be asked about types of testing. First is called unit testing. Okay. Unit testing is just create a simple sale order. See if everything is coming up or not, pricing and all. Good. Create a delivery, create invoice, create returns. One cycle, exclusive SD cycle you will do. That is called unit testing. Second one is called SIT, which stands for system integration testing. So if you have a dependency with some other system, other module or other interface, then you need to see if data is flowing properly to that system or not, or if you are getting data from that system or not, and whether your orders, pricing, everything is working or not. That is called system integration testing. Here, exclusively within SAP only. Okay. Then third comes regression testing. What is this? Okay. रिग्रेशन टेस्टिंग में यू नीड टू मेक श्योर कि भाई मेरे सेल ऑर्डर डिलीवरी करने से वेदर FIMM में कुछ इम्पैक्ट हो रहा है नहीं. अदर प्रोसेस शुड नॉट गेट हिट बिकॉज ऑफ यूर change or your configuration. That is called regression testing. Now someone in FI they have done something because of which we are unable to do the PGI now. Okay. So that is regression testing. They haven't done regression testing. Maybe their issue got resolved in FI, but it is causing an impact in our PGI. That is called a regression testing. Okay. And finally comes the UAT, which stands for user acceptance testing. So after doing first 3 testings, we will give the business access and they will do their own activities. They'll create order, they'll maintain pricing, outputs, everything that you have learned so far. Okay. And if they have any issues, they'll get back to you saying, boss, Ashish, this is not working as expected. Please look. They'll raise defects. You need to keep resolving all those defects. Okay. After that, user acceptance, user will give the confirmation. Yes, everything that they have designed or configured is fine. Please move it to production. Okay. So production move karne se pehle, there are few cutover activities which we need to, not necessary that everything will have. थोड़ी जगह रह सकता है, थोड़ी जगह नहीं, which is basically some pre-configuration in production. Okay. So if you want to create the sale order in production, it should have a customer master, right? Sold to ship to should be created. So before moving to production, the order types, they will create the customer code, they'll create the material codes, everything they'll create in production. They'll maintain the pricing, only then it will work properly, else it won't. Okay. A cutover act is business kar lega, at few cases we might help business in doing this activity. And final step is go live and support. Okay. So go live and support में production में जाने के बाद definitely there are bound to be some issues. So if you take the latest example, we had this portal, right, income tax portal, okay, which was developed by Infosys. It took 1-2 years for them to develop. Go live जाने के बाद they had many issues. In Nirmala Sitharaman तक गया था, it got escalated. Okay, because no system once implemented production it will run smoothly. Definitely they are bound to have many issues. So 1 or 2 months or 3 months, the person, the team which did the implementation, they will give support to the client, okay, to make sure that everything is smooth, up and running. Okay. Go live होने के बाद now there is a support project. Okay. So now TCS, Tata Motors can decide to whom the support needs to be given. Okay. So it can continue with Infosys, or for support project, again it will raise bid. They'll say, okay, we have implemented this. Now we need some consultant, some company to give support. We'll pay you 20 lakhs per year, 5 crores per year, something. Again, companies will bid, and again, it might go to Infosys or TCS, Accenture, Deloitte, or anyone. So this is called an implementation project, and support project is after implementation, day in, day out activities, incidents, issues, because the users, they are not trained, right? Few might be trained, few are new. They don't know SAP all these things. All they know is to do sales team. Okay. So अगर उनको system में कुछ issue आया, then it up to support consultant to pitch in and help them out. Okay. Implementation project. These are typically 2 types of projects available in SAP. There are again many small other terms which business calls, but these are the broader types of projects. So see to it that you first get a support project, okay, because it's already implemented, should be stable. You'll get issues, you need to resolve. Implementation means it will be little difficult for you to justify. Not saying it will be difficult, but little tough compared to support project. आपको support मिल गया, you'll understand the system well. तो ये हो गए implementation project के steps, all these things. Okay, and not necessarily there are many implementations. There are very few. 80% of projects are support projects in market with anyone. Okay. Now let us see in support project what happens. A clear team so far? Type of project, first project implementation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now Tata Motors has implemented SAP. Infosys se chale gaya. Now it has gone to Accenture, the support. Now there's a TCS Tata Motor user. Now as a support consultant, no one will be creating order delivery. Everything will be done by Tata Motor employees. There's a team, sales team. They will load the pricing, they will create customer, they will create material. So you need to train them. This last step goal hai, we will train them how to create material, customer, how to create order, how to load pricing, week 11, condition records, everything. Except SPR configuration, all master data team, they will be doing. Okay. Now, here support project, there will be a team. Again, manager rahega, SDK 3-4 consultants, FI 3-4 consultants, each module. Okay. And then, while doing their day-to-day activities, if they face any issues, they'll reach out to Accenture Tata Motor project team. How? Either they can call you, email you. Initially it used to be that, but now we have a ticketing tool. There are many ticketing tools, but latest in market is ServiceNow. Okay, so it looks something like this. I'm not sure if I can show you. शायद नहीं है. I need to log into VPN, but if I log into VPN, I lose this call again. I can't join Google. That's a thing. So let's see.
Sir, is it entirely different from Jira or something?
No, same. Jira is one, ServiceNow is another. That's it. No difference. Both solve the same purpose. Okay. Good one. ServiceNow tool. Then there's Jira, and there are many. और एक कौन सा था, ITSM एक था tool, Remedy. But these ITSM Remedy are very old tools, so no one is using them. Presently in market, which is going on hot, is ServiceNow, and Jira also to good extent many use. Okay. So what they'll do, the Tata Motor persons who are creating order, they will log into ServiceNow or Jira and they will raise a ticket. Okay. They'll say, okay, while doing order, I'm getting this issue. Please team, please help. Okay. Then there will be group, SD group, FI group, MM group. He might raise to, they might raise to any group. Okay. So history, favorites, incidents. No records. यहाँ पे फिलहाल कुछ नहीं है. But they'll raise incident number here. Opened by किससे open हुआ. Short description. What is the issue? Caller, location, priority. High priority है, low priority है. Assignment group में whether it's SD, FI, MM, something. ऐसे tickets रहेंगे. So as a consultant, you need to daily keep monitoring this part. And then if it's related to you, you can assign it to your name. Assign to, it will be Amit, Ashish, Vishwa, Dilip. Anyone. Then if it's straightforward, mostly they'll attach screenshots or something. If it's straightforward, they're unable to create order or delivery, you can give them reply. If the issue description is not clear, then you'll go back to them. You'll say, boss, this is not clear. Please forward me further information. You will email them via your email ID, official email ID, Accenture. Okay? And that is how you resolve the ticket, and finally you will close it here in ServiceNow or Jira. That is the role of a support consultant. Okay. Now, depend on number of tickets and complexity, the team size will vary. There might be, I have seen many projects where only one consultant is there who is taking care of all SD tickets, and I led a team of almost 20 members while in Deloitte, because it has 6 different kind of landscapes and zones, and you used to get on an average 60 to 80 incidents per day. Okay. So that all depends on project to project. At this stage, no one can say how many tickets you'll get or what is the complexity of tickets. Okay. It all kind of learning process. Now you will be tracked or analyzed based on number of incidents you resolve or the complexity of incidents you resolve. Fine, team. There are typically 4 levels of severity. Severity 1, SAP 2, SAP 3, SAP 4. Okay. Severity 1 means highly critical. Immediately within 1 or 2 hours it should be resolved. Complete system is down. You are not able to transfer amount for SBI or ICICI. That's a severity 1 issue. Severity 2, little not as critical as that, but still it's high priority. You need to do it immediately. Typically 8 hours is what time is given to us. Within 8 hours we need to resolve. Severity 3, little medium, 1 to 2 days. You can take time to resolve. Severity 4, usually 4 to 6 days. But this time, this will remain constant throughout mostly anywhere. Severity and severity 4, this depends on your agreement between Accenture and Tata Motors. They'll say, boss, severity 3 will take 3 to 4 days to resolve. They'll say, fine, no issues. Severity 4 will take 8 to 10 days to resolve. That's fine. And not necessary that everything will be resolved in this time only. But at least, what is the status we need to keep updating in the tool, Jira or ServiceNow. Got it, team? Okay. So in project, while interview, you can say, I worked for so and so client, sir. It was a support project, and on a daily basis, I used to get 4 to 5 incidents. All were severity 3 or 4, and issues used to be related to order creation or pricing or delivery. What all topics you have practiced, you can tell straight away in that simple. No one is going to come and check or monitor.